is making a dash away from the huge brush fires out in Oregon right now. She says, Dad, what an unbelievable year. The politics of the presidential election, the pandemic, the wildfires, the hurricane that hit down here to us in Louisiana. It's like we're into the apocalypse. So we just don't know what's happening here. So there's plenty of fodder to talk about here, Steve, during a very contentious, tempestuous, and a difficult time in our state, in our nation, and in the world.
Absolutely. Real quickly, what is going on in Oregon? I mean, it looks like, my God, it looks like completely orange and red. California, this is
well. We think of California, that's where there's been a series of brush fires. My daughter lives in Hood River, Oregon. That's a little south east of Portland, about 45-minute drive. Portland, you can't see hardly out to the front of your car. And she said, Dad, it's come down to Hood River now. We having a hard time breathing. So they packed up about 8 o'clock last night and just started driving to the east. Went about 3 hours and found a hotel. I was in touch with her all last night. And she says, Dad, we still have the smoke here, but it's not anything like it was in the Portland Hood River, Oregon. How'd you like to live in Portland, Oregon, with riots every single night going on out there? Now wildfires making it so you can't breathe. I mean, we're thinking of China and Russia back in the 40s of living in what is a beautiful state, really a paradise in Oregon. Boy, it's not now. So it's just one of a series of crazy, strange, and hard to explain times that are going on in our country today.
Absolutely. So whose fault is it, Ron?
Whose fault is it? You mean, are you trying to bait me into saying they didn't sweep their forest sufficiently? Right. Oh, gosh, climate change is here. And I saw Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, on CNN last night saying, if you think this is just California and Oregon, get ready. This is coming to a community near you. But I think it's the most stark example of what we've been warning about with climate change. And people have a hard time grasping something, a notion, until you have a news event like this, a major event that threatens lives, and we're there.
And Steve,
I also saw last night, I'm sorry, the smoke maps, the smoke is here. In fact, the smoke has made it across the Atlantic Ocean into Europe. And as we all follow now, the news in Russia, the smoke from California, Oregon has penetrated into Russia. That's how far this smoke has traveled. If you look at any of the aerial shots, it's just terrifying.
Right.
And Steve, as an afterthought, as a minor thought, I think there's 7 new storms in the Gulf, or heading into the Gulf, coming from Africa into the Gulf right now. 7. And we're just in the middle of hurricane season. We had the strongest winds ever felt here that on recorded time into Lake Charles, Louisiana. The rest of the country kind of has that as an afterthought, as so many people have lost everything they have. And so this is a strange, difficult time. And I wish there was we all wish there's an easy way to put the blame on someone, because we could go after them. But it's hard. The Democrats say it's the Republicans' fault. The Republicans say it's the Democrats' fault. There's just a crazy lack of focus in terms of some very serious problems in this country today.
I mean, really, that's amazing. So is it going to be a political issue in terms of presidential issue or even congressional issue?
Everything is a political issue. Everything. No matter what it is. Here we've got a pandemic that is something that is killing people and putting people at great risk. And you would think if anything would unify the country and get people working together, it would be something like this. But it's divided us even more. Over something is just trying to find a virus to save our lives. So everything is political. That's unfortunate. It's not one party's fault. It's all, everybody's fault. And so we've got a real lack of leadership at all levels in this country. You can take it down to governors and mayors that probably could have done more.